Hello, so today I'll be reviewing and testing two fans. One I already have, it has 6 fans. This unit is from Jebo, and the reason I'm reviewing this is because has not been working very well for me. Well, to start with, the power supply I don't think is adequate for this fan. I had one, it burned in a few minutes. I got another and it's been working with that, but I'm not seeing really the effect I wished. I live in a region in the south of Portugal where during summer it gets extremely hot. We're talking, well, last year it was around 48 degrees Celsius. It's scary. And so for reef tanks this is extremely dangerous. So I'm going to be comparing this unit with 6 fans from Jebo with this unit here that I just got from AquaMedic, and it has 4 fans. What am I going to do? I have a tank in a small storage room, and I'll be heating the storage room, the air, so that to simulate summer to a temperature close to 35 degrees Celsius. And then I'll turn each of these fans and see the effect they have on the tank and compare them. Well, before that I need to unbox this. And so what's inside? Well, here we have the fan, which is, as you can see, much smaller than the one from Jebo. This is the mounting. Here it has a switch, and this seems very straightforward how to fix. It has some screws here. This is the cable for the power supply. The fans seem roughly the same size, so I'm curious to see how this will work. This is the power supply, and the power supply has a knob here which I believe will control the speed of the fans. Of course you can and should connect this unit. This is the other cable for the power supply. You should connect this unit with a temperature controller, which will, I think, allow to control both the heater and the fans. It's a very good idea to have a redundant system controlling your heaters. So this also comes here with I believe it's a screw, a key to tighten and untighten these screws to the glass, so they get tight with the glass. And this is the instructions manual, which I believe is very straightforward. It has in German, in English, safety, working principle. It says that the fan battery is attached to the aquarium edge in such a way that the constant air flow wafts over the water surface. This leads to an increased evaporation. The evaporation, cold arising in this process, cools the aquarium down by up to 4 degrees Celsius. Well, but I guess this will depend on the tank. In my case, it's 300 liters tank. It has 120 centimeters by 50 by 50, so it's roughly 80 gallons. Setup: the fan battery is put on the aquarium edge and fixed with the Allen screws. It should be fastened, blah blah blah. They say normally it will be sufficient to run the fans at a low level, 3 to 0.5 volts. Then they are almost silent. At heat periods, the speed can be increased to 12 volts. Maintenance: the fans are maintenance free, however they should be cleaned regularly, in particular of salt depositions. The fans can be exchanged separately. Good. So that's it. Let's go and test both of them, and then I'll place two videos side by side and see how the temperature evolves in the tank in the two experiments. I'll be also keeping the humidity in the storage room at 60%. Okay, let's do this. So as you can see, these two units performed very differently. I was expecting some difference, but not this big. This was able to lower the temperature of the tank close to 1 degree, and this was close to 5 degrees. And we're talking about an 80-gallon tank. I'm curious to see what this will do to my 200-gallon tank during summer. I don't expect it to be able to lower the temperature of the tank by over 5 degrees, but in a way, because the air will hit a much larger surface, so the evaporation will be much larger. So I expect it to perform very well even on a very large tank. This thing has power. I ran it during this test at full power, because that's my main intention was to see what's the most this can do, because you can always reduce it with this knob. The thing is that I was very surprised. It was 5 degrees, it's a huge amount, and I had the room temperature constant at 34.5 degrees, so I was very surprised. I'll turn this unit on so you can then take notice of the following. When this is ran at the minimum speed or even medium speed, it's silent. It doesn't bother anyone. If in an emergency you really need to lower your tank's temperature, you must run it at full speed. And at full speed, this thing almost seems to want to take flight. It really is, it's extremely powerful. And that's how I ran the test. So I don't expect it that I have to run it at full speed ever. Hopefully not. But if you just lower it a bit, it becomes fairly silent. Even so, regarding fans, I think that's one thing that AquaMedic should take a bit more into account. It's the noise of the fans, because even in the last review I did of an AquaMedic product, which was the AquaMedic Angel, and of course the AquaMedic Angel is still for me the best fixture in the market, and by a good margin, for a variety of reasons. But of course no product is without its faults, and for me the main fault is that I think that the AquaMedic fixture is a bit on the loud side when you talk about the fans. It's a very powerful unit, so I understand, but I think the fans would be great if they wouldn't run that loud. This, I don't expect it that I have to run it at higher speed than I'm running it now in my hand, and I'm sure you can't hear it because I can barely hear it at this distance. If you turn it full speed, It's very audible, but it means that it's really a lifesaver in emergency situations. I'm sure that I will get the controller because it will add a level of redundancy, because it will control my heaters to prevent them from having a malfunction, which at some point all heaters have, and overheating the tank. And the controller will also turn this unit on and off based on it. When the temperature gets too warm, this thing kicks in, and I'm planning to install this on my sump. And it's a great unit. Of course I expected that it would be good. I didn't expect it to be this good. It surprised me. Well, thanks again for watching, and see you again next time.